All right, people. Fuck. Day 13 of the Non-Essential podcast. Doing this every day until lockdown is over. I'm a man on a fucking mission. So far, so good. Done it every day. And now I've just got to keep doing it every day for the next fucking, I don't know, what is it, 30 days or something like that. So we're nearly there. It'll fly by these next 4 weeks, hopefully. And yeah, here we go again. Yesterday's episode kind of surprised me a little bit. I managed to waffle on for pretty much half an hour. And for a couple of days before that, I'd only be doing kind of half that amount of time on these podcasts. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be able to go half an hour. But we're managing to sort of, yesterday surprised me that I was able to waffle on for that long. So who knows how long this one's going to be right now. What's been going on? Nothing's really been going on. Just like every day. Nothing is really going on. Footy is on. Freo versus Carlton. Probably won't be that great of a game. I thought last night's game was going to be a lot better, but it wasn't. It was a bit disappointing. The Geelong and Port Adelaide game. But that's footy, isn't it? That's footy. You never know what you're going to get. And that's what we love about footy, isn't it? That's what we bloody fucking love. The unpredictability of it all. And the evenness of the competition. So the score is at the moment is 1 point all in this Carlton Freo game. As Taberner lines up for Freo and puts that one right through the middle, just casually. Just very casually. That was a nice kick. Yeah, nothing going on. Give me some ideas of things to do, that'd be great. I'll probably make it sound like I'm doing absolutely nothing most days. But that's not really true. I am keeping myself busy doing different things, but it's just not really anything that I think is that interesting to really talk about. That's why I don't really mention it. A lot of it is really just sort of my own sort of personal sorting out of my fucking life, you know what I mean? I've been doing a lot of tidying up of my laptop. That's what I've been doing. Shit was just all over the fucking place, you know what I mean? And I'm actually creating folders and filing things away properly. So, I've got folders upon folders of audio, obviously, and then you just have your photos and your videos that you kind of collect through your life on our little smartphones. Documents, organising sort of... I've been on top of my pay slips and things for a while. That was probably one of the first things that I really kind of knew that I had to kind of sort out. And I did that like a couple of years ago, and I'm on top of all that. But just things like that, just little documents and things you need in life. As a man in this life, you need to know where a lot of that shit is and how to access it. So that's basically what I've been doing a lot of since March. And like I said, I haven't really mentioned it, I don't think, on any of these episodes because it's not really that exciting, is it? And I'm just kind of filling in time right now because we haven't even gone 5 minutes yet, and I'm going to be surprised if I can get 5 more minutes out of this show today. Another thing I've been doing over the last almost a week now. I got a friend, his name's Josh, and we do this thing called 1 for 1, where we sing a song, but we sing one word each, and we try to make it. Usually we do this when we're face to face together, you know what I mean? But can't obviously do that right now. and we try to make it as seamless as we possibly can. But about a week ago, Josh sort of hit me up on WhatsApp with a voice message, and he's like, "How about we try it, through WhatsApp?" So for about the last week, we've been going back and forth, doing a 1-for-1 in voice messages on WhatsApp. We've been doing one of our normal songs. It's one that we always do when we do 1-for-1. Is "I'll Make Love to You" by Boyz II Men. We often don't get past the first verse before we crack up laughing. That's another thing. We try to make it as seamless as we can, and we try not to laugh. And that very rarely do we get through the thing without laughing. So it's a bit of fun. Try it at home. That's something that can, you can kill hours really doing that. I mean, Josh and I have killed days going back and forth doing it. So that's one thing. We're in a little bit of usually when we do this, we do the first verse and the chorus, and then we're kind of happy with that, and we stop. Or we try another song. But I threw a bit of a curveball at him about an hour ago, where we got all the way through the first verse and the first chorus of "I'll Make Love to You," and I thought, I'm going to keep this going, and I'm going to see if he comes with me, but I'm going to change it up, and instead of doing one word, I'm going to do 2 words. So it got to the start of the second verse, which the first 2 words are "Girl, relax." And I thought he would understand where I was going with it. I thought he would know that I'm kind of changing things a little bit. And I thought he'd roll with it with me. And I thought he would follow up with, the next 2 words of the second verse, which are "Let's go." But he didn't. He did the one word. And I was like, hang on a second, what are you doing? I just did 2 words. Now you've got to do 2. We've done 1-for-1 from the first verse and the first chorus. Now we're doing 2 for 2. And so basically, Josh fucked up. And he did 1 word. He did "let's." And there's just been a bit of confusion. We've basically been arguing through voice messages now for the last hour. But it's a bit of fun. Try it 1-for-1. Pick a song that you and someone else knows and try to sing it together, but 1 word at a time. See how seamlessly you can get it. Do it over the phone if you want. Do it through voice messages like we've been doing. Do it however the fuck you want. But it's something that can kill a bit of time, and more often than not provides a bit of laughter. You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast, or TNEP, hosted by me, Matty K. Lockdown 2.0. We're all in this together. Got a little bit disappointed before when I looked at my stack of alcohol. I've only got a tiny bit of vodka left and a tiny bit of Hennessy. I do have a full bottle of wine though, but I don't know. I'm not really a big drinker anyway, really. I mean, I might have some drinks towards the end of my shifts at work, in the clubs, but other than that, I'm not a big consumer of alcohol, I don't think. But it's just one of those weekends where I sort of thought to myself, you know what, I wouldn't mind a few drinks this weekend. And then had a look, and I've got fuck all, 2 actually drinks, so it's a little bit disappointing. But, so he's being locked up in the fucking house, under house arrest for fucking a month and a half. I'm just getting rid of my chewy, hang on. Yeah, so that's fucking disappointing as well. I should actually pace around while I record these podcasts, especially if I'm just doing it into my voice memos on my phone. I feel like if I walk around, maybe it'll trigger some parts of my brain that'll actually think of some things to talk about. It's not really doing that so far. I'm going to have a bit of a Gaviscon. I'm going to have a couple of Gaviscons What are they? Gaviscon dual action. Got a little bit of indigestion happening right now. So I'm just going to suck on a couple of fucking Gaviscons for a little bit, and I'll come back to you guys. You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast, hosted by me, Matty K, a complete and utter moron who is not essential to anyone in any way, shape or form. Keep listening. Half-time in the footy. Scores are 4-3-27 for Freo, and Carlton are something else. I don't know, they took it off the screen. They're 15. They're a total of 15. And I don't know who this chick is on the footy, but she's pretty good. I think her name's Abby something. I think Brayshaw called her Abby. I think her name's Abby. Oh, the summer rain. The players playlist. Jesse Hogan has got a bit of Belinda Carlisle on his playlist. Nothing wrong with that. Some videos that I've seen on my news feed today. You know how it is. You click on one video and all of a sudden you see a million videos of the same thing pop up. I don't know how the algorithms all work, but that's what happens. We all know it. I've been clicking on a lot of shark videos lately. There's one where there's this chick swimming with a great white, and it's not just any great white. It is, I think they said in the video that it's like the largest great white ever captured on video, and it is, I would say yes it is. I've never seen a great white that big. It is fucking enormous. It is the size of a fucking Grenda's bus. It is huge. And this woman just not even like snorkeling equipment or anything on. No tank, no air tank. She's just got the fucking snorkeling goggles on, and flippers, and she's just fucking swimming along, grabbing onto the fucking shark's fin. Just ridiculous. Sharks are so fucking scary. And this one is just fucking huge. You've probably seen it. If you haven't, probably just type in somewhere like woman swimming with biggest shark, and you'll probably find it. It's fucking enormous. And then continuing in the theme of enormous animals, I just saw a video of some rabbit called Cocoa Puff, and this thing is the size of a fucking border collie. I'm like, how does a rabbit get that fucking big? And there's this little kid just sort of playing with it, and this rabbit is like, this Cocoa Puff is just sort of nibbling on this little girl's arm, and I'm like, if this little girl's not fucking careful, the fucking teeth on this rabbit is just going to take that arm right off. Big animals, big, sort of freakishly bigger than the norm animals. They're, I'm always kind of, that'll always get me. I'll always check that out. If there's a bigger than normal animal, I'll have a look. There used to be a racehorse called Holy Roller, and it was enormous. It was probably the size of an elephant, and it was just racing other kind of normal sized racehorses. Check that out as well if you're interested in animals that are bigger than the norm. Always fascinating to me.
You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast with Matty K. Completely non-essential.
Going back to kind of the footy, right? One thing I've noticed that I thought about bringing up the other day was, they'll go to a commercial break or whatever, and they'll go into the commercial break with a bit of a song, right? And they'll come back with a bit of a song. Gone are the days of, them going to a commercial or coming back from a commercial with, like, Welcome to the Jungle. Now, they're getting all, like, I don't know who's in charge of the music with the footy, But there's a lot of like songs that I would only really hear in the clubs that they're using now on the footy. It's very interesting. You know, like they're playing some fucking trap shit and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting. Like I said, I don't know who's in charge of the music on the footy, but it's, you know, like I said, gone are the days where it's welcome to the jungle, we got running games. They might still use that, but they're going a lot more kind of, you know, clubby. It's interesting. What's the song? Hang on. I don't know what that is. That was some sort of like, that was crap, whatever I just heard there at the end. But my point is, I think I made my point.
You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast with Maddie K. Fuck COVID.
Well, you know what, people, as I mute the TV again, I'm a bit peckish. So I think I might go with something to eat and call this one a fucking, call it a wrap on this. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for day 14. Today is day 13 of Lockdown 2.0. Back tomorrow with episode and day 14. I just want to go back on something I said before as well. Not take anything back, but I just wanted to mention that this Abby chick, Abby Way is her name on the footy. She's married, so I better get whatever idea I had of her and I being together out of my head. Because I'm not about that. I'm not about, you know, stealing a woman away from her man. She's beautiful though, Abby Way. Mel McLaughlin, I don't know what your marital status is, but, you know, I got my eye on you too. So anyway, that's it. Day 13 done. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.